A steady stream of diners have filled the Texas Roadhouse, where a customer shot the restaurant's managing partner following a dispute over the bill. You're watching Wave News at 6. I'm Brian Schlonsky.
And I'm Myra Ansari. The restaurant delayed opening until 3 this afternoon, 4 hours later than normal. The managing partner, Dwight Sabo, is recovering at University Hospital. And new here at 6, the man accused of shooting him is now in jail in Louisville. This is the new mugshot of Ronald Winter III.
Wave News reporter Mark Stevens is live at Texas Roadhouse tonight, where the dinner rush, Mark, is well underway.
Yeah, and here from the outside, it just seems very normal. We've seen customers coming in, parking, lots of employees coming out filling to-go orders. It looks like any standard dinner rush that you'd see on a Friday. Dinner was anything but normal Thursday evening after a diner shot the managing partner. Police say Ronald Winter III was trying to leave without paying his bill. We don't know how much he owed or what he ordered, but the manager, Dwight Sabo, confronted him at the door and grabbed his arm. Police say Sabo saw Winter grabbing for his waistband and tried to tackle Winter when he heard a gunshot. A source close to Sabo's family says he's recovering at the hospital in good spirits. The source says Sabo's left shoulder is shattered and there are still bullet fragments in his wound. The hospital listed Sabo in fair condition. Winter was stopped in his red pickup truck shortly after the shooting in Shepherdsville. He's in jail, charged with second-degree assault. A woman identifying herself as his grandmother declined to speak with Wave outside Winter's address Friday. Neighbors say they didn't know the 24-year-old well, but recognized his red pickup truck. Sabo is well known among Texas Roadhouse employees. He's trained staff at new restaurants and has worked at the Okolona restaurant for years. The source tells me a number of staffers were at the hospital visiting with Sabo. It was likely not the birthday celebration he was expecting Thursday. Now, Winter was originally scheduled to appear in court June 25th. However, he has now been transferred from the Bullitt County Jail to the Louisville Detention Center. They've got a new mugshot, a profile of him. He'll be potentially in court tomorrow morning. Texas Roadhouse, for its part, says that they are grateful to LMPD as well as all the other first responders for responding swiftly to Thursday's shooting. Live in Okolona, Mark Stevens, Wave.